Good morning, everybody. Dr. Jerry Dreessen here at the Association of PEMF Professionals, going Thursday live. A little bit early today. We've got a couple of other things lined up this afternoon, so I wanted to get my live in for you. Of course, if it is the regular time you're joining us, it will be recorded. But if you are watching live right now, feel free to drop in a chat, and welcome to those of you that are watching, and also welcome to those of you that are watching our recorded version. As you know, every Thursday we like to go live and talk a little bit about things that are going on in the world of PEMF. And our live stream that we've got going on today, it's going to be all about bioelectric basics. So comparing PEMF, microcurrent, and static magnets. And for those of you that are new to this PEMF world, it stands for pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. It is based on Earth's magnetic field. There is this pulse that comes from the sun. It bounces back and forth between hitting Earth, going up to our ionosphere, and creating this frequency that is basically life-giving frequency. It's what creation, it's what keeps plants green, and it helps us heal ourselves. Some amazing brainiac people put together that frequency in a device, and we can now use it on our bodies. And if you ever watch Jason and the Argonauts and the Golden Fleece, to me, this is the Golden Fleece. You place it over, it brings the magnetic field into your body, helps your body speed up any kind of healing and detoxifies and all kinds of great stuff. So that's it in a nutshell. Now, I kind of push the narrative a little bit on this with these questions, but I think as we go through this, you'll get an idea what's going on. So with that, today we're going to talk about the differences between PEMF, microcurrent, and static magnets, because those are the three types of therapies people often use or talk about when they're working into this health side of our world here. So in a nutshell, let me bring that up. There we go. Pulsed electromagnetic fields. What it is, it's a time-varying electromagnetic field. It's pulsed. It's a nanopulse. It is not an EMF, which is what you get standing under the power lines, and that is multiple frequencies, whereas this is a very designated bandwidth of frequency, and it's at a nanopulse, so it never enters the body in a chronic, long-term broadcast frequency, so to speak. The key mechanisms that it induces voltage in tissues, opens ion channels, triggers cell signaling. We're even able to see that it, creates ADP or ATP from ADP, opens up blood flow. There's some really great research done with video colored ultrasound, where you can actually see the difference in blood flow during PEMF while it's being placed on the body. So some really cool stuff happening as our ability to create more amazing science systems, like you're probably aware now that they're actually able to look down and see the atom like they've never seen it before, using the microscopic abilities that they have now, what they didn't even have 10 years ago. So as our ability to see things happen in real time on the human body, the more of these properties that we've been talking about are going to be validated. Common uses: pain, inflammation, bone healing, tissue repair, PTSD, and also bladder incontinence. Those are some of the big ones right there. Device clues: things that plug in, that emit a pulse and have a measurable frequency and is FDA cleared. So those are some of the buzzwords or keywords that you want to have. And then next, we're going to jump into microcurrent. So microcurrent electro neuromuscular stimulation. There's TENS, which is trans, which means it goes over the skin. It's a subsensory electrical currents. So you're going to have, you're going to have the ability to kind of change the current and the frequency, but basically you're sending an electrical current through your body. It's not magnetic, and it's not through the body. It is from one pad to another. And so you'll have these little pads that stick on your body, and it goes from the one input to the other. So either have a 2-pad system, or some people have a 4-pad system, and they cross it, and it can go in like a pulse wave or a really fast tapping. A lot of these units are handheld and have a 9-volt battery. Some of them you're actually going to the therapy place, and it plugs in the wall, and it's set up that way. They can really do a lot of controlling. And then also there are gels. So you have this gel that you put on your skin, and you have the system move around and deliver the frequency that way. Electrodes, wires, or pads, ultra low current, often battery operated. Like I said, a TENS unit. There's interferential, there's muscle stim, there's different names that it goes from. And oftentimes what we see is that people that you're trying to talk to about PEMF, they go, oh yeah, I went to the doctor and had that done yesterday. No, they didn't, unless the doctor, uses PEMF. And oftentimes when people find out PEMF, they know the difference. I still have patients that think my PEMF unit is a TENS unit, and they tell people that they go to the doctor and get this electrical therapy. And I've gone through ad infinitum, ad nauseum, what we're doing. I even have pictures and labels and stuff, but in their world, it's still a TENS unit. It's like like the Coke and Pepsi. You can give somebody Pepsi, they'll still call it a Coke, which is very interesting for some people. Other people, they're like, whoa, this is crazy. This is magnetic. And they'll be the ones, they've become your advocates. They go, no, it's not electrical. It's not a TENS. It's actually magnetic. And, they go on to explain what we're doing here to their friends, and they get it. So you'll have a spectrum of people, some that get it, talk about it, refer to you, and other people that think that they're just getting the same stuff as in their little battery packet. In fact, I had a patient come in. He goes, yeah, I've been doing great. I got my own TENS unit. Really? Yeah, I've got it on right now. And he's got the 4 pads stuck to his skin. And he goes, I got the little device right here. And I said, well, it's not a PEMF device. That's a TENS unit. He goes, yeah, but I can still feel it, and it's just, so those are some of the fun stories you'll have as you are becoming a PEMF expert. Next is the static magnets. So back in the day, there were people that would buy cell magnets, or they would like put them in a cloth, and then people would wear the magnets, hopefully getting this system. But again, and they would be rare earth magnets. It's not the same as a pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. Now, it does create a field, and your body does go into that field, but it's not body penetrating the way a PEMF device does. And what they've done is they've created concentric circles in the devices themselves, and it's a ring. So it's like a this is my Santa Claus coin I got. I was a nice kid, so Santa gave me I'm nice, as opposed to Olympic coal. But it's like a magnet like this, and then if you can imagine, one ring is a magnet pole that goes this way, then the next ring goes this way, and then the next ring goes that way, and the next one this way. So it's alternating patterns on the magnet to create more of a dynamic field. And then if it's moving on you, then it's in a way, it's kind of a device, but it is constantly on. It is it's not pulsed. So that's the difference in that too. And then as far as the power source is always on, simple consumer items that you can buy. There are wearables, things like that, but we'll go into that because it's quiz time. So with that, let's jump into on this right here. Doesn't need to be plugged in or use a battery. So what type of device is that? Well, it's a static magnet because it has no power source. So again, it can be in a bed sheet, it can be clothing, it can be socks. Then I have patients that have used this, and it was the best night of sleep they ever got, sleeping on a system like that. And again, even though it's a rare magnetic, or it was created artificially, over time it can lose its power. So that's the other thing. And I'm not sure what the lifespan is. Some of you that are that have these things can tell me. That's good. And we've got our next part of it. Oh, hi, Kathy. Good to see you today. Thanks for jumping on. And we've got our next quiz question. So it makes a clicking sound. Doesn't have to touch my body, but I feel a mild electric-like shock. And those of you that have had this done, you know the answer, of course, is a PEMF machine. And that's the amazing part about this, is it doesn't even have to touch you to be felt, which was one of the things that caught my attention way back in the day when PEMF was in the process. And we've got, I know you answered on time. It was just a slight delay, but yes, PEMF machine. But again, if it has to stick to your skin, it's an electrical device. If it can be worn in a material and you can't feel it, it's just magnets. If it's a device that goes on your body, can be worn on top of your clothing, you don't have to disrobe or wear a gown to use it, then you know that it's a PEMF device. So and then I got two more here. Okay, so uses a liquid or a sticky pad and goes directly on your skin. I've got a couple of people live here, so we'll see if they want to play. So you gotta attach it directly onto your skin. It can't go on top of your clothing. All right, the answer, I'm sure all of you know already, is the microcurrent. And a lot of times people will use this as an analgesic. So they're stimulating the skin, they're stimulating the muscle to help reduce the pain. But again, it's temporary. And that's the power of PEMF, is that the reason it feels better is because it is better. And that's the take home right there. When you are using a PEMF device, it's actually changing the tissue that it's working on for the better. It's not just numbing it up so that it feels better and your body can kind of get along, get out there and do things. So that's the key part there on a microcurrent. And then finally, doesn't need to touch my skin or my clothing, and I can still feel it. And again, as you know, that is the PEMF, but it's both digital and analog. So there are two PEMF devices now. There's digital, and it tells the PEMF emitting part of the system how to deliver that, where on the analog, it has its own, what we'll call a spark chamber, but it has its own system inside it, so you can hear it click and pulse as it delivers it. So those are the two differences in a PEMF environment. So in conclusion, some talking points for your clients. And so this is your homework, is to create a 2 or 3 minute, or sorry, let me back that up. Create 2 to 3 quick elevator pitches, so they can be 10, 15 seconds. But when people ask you about this, and you can say, for example, PEMF sends your cells a wake-up signal, and that, it creates curiosity. Again, that's the elevator pitch. Microcurrent speaks your body's electrical language. Static magnets are like background music. They're always on, but very subtle. And those are kind of the key things. Some things that you can talk about. And Hi, Maureen. Yeah, I came on a little early today, so yeah, you can definitely jump on when it's over and watch the replay. And again, those of you that are joining at the regular time, I had some other things pop up, so I had a conflict in my time schedule, so I wanted to jump on early and get this done for you because it is a Thursday live. And so, even though this is a short and sweet, it's definitely got some pertinent information. And I think those of you that are in the PEMF world, that those are some of the things that you encounter. It's like, well, this is just like my TENS unit, or my doctor put this on me yesterday, or people start asking, well, isn't this an electrical shock that they're getting? So if you can discern those and come up with, pretty quick answer, or even create your own visual, what this is and why it's not that, those are really cool too. And if you do make one, share them with us, because we are a community here at the AOPP. And if you've got some information you want to share with us, or share our information, that's what we would like you to do, is to like and share. This broadcast goes to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you have a chance to go out into the internet and find all of our lives and like them, share them, that helps our algorithm as far as pushing things out. Instagram, we have blog on our website, so we're always putting in current information there too. If you are not a member, you have a PEMF device and you want to become part of an international organization, we have our membership. We also have our certification programs. And on the inside, we've got lots of other great things that we have with our members, including membership into a money-saving system where you can go and buy things, and using this card membership that you can get things, including gas, which is kind of cool. Those of you that are traveling, those are some of the great things, and hotel, motel stuff too. So great stuff there. Our code of ethics, very proud of this, who we are, what we're about, all things PEMF. And we are all about helping you succeed in your business, helping you come up with ways of promoting yourselves, but also interviewing and coming up and promoting and bringing into our membership site all of the leading edge things that are happening inside the PEMF world. So again, you become a member. You just go out to our website, PEMFprofessionals.com. Again, any questions or tips, send them our way. And I want to thank you so much for this meeting today. And I wish you nothing but the best this week. And I look forward to our next live next week. And we'll see you then. So with that, take care. We'll see you next week. Thanks.